Deep in the deserts of New Mexico lies a place that has puzzled archaeologists, historians, and explorers for more than 1,000 years. A place where massive stone structures rise in perfect alignment with the stars, where roads stretch into the horizon with no clear destination, and where an entire civilization built something so advanced, it seems almost impossible for its time. This is the story of Chaco Canyon, a place of ancient mystery, sacred power, and unanswered questions. Welcome back to AR Mystery Hub, where we uncover the secrets that history tried to bury. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, because today we're diving into one of America's greatest ancient enigmas, the mystery of Chaco Canyon. The Desert of Secrets. Studio microphone. At first glance, Chaco Canyon seems like the last place humans would thrive. The high desert of northwestern New Mexico is harsh, scorching sun, freezing nights, and scarce water. Yet, around 850 AD, an ancient civilization chose this unforgiving land as the heart of its world. Why here? Why build in a place so difficult to survive? The answer may hold the first clue to Chaco's mystery. The rise of the ancestral Puebloans. Studio microphone. The people who built Chaco Canyon are today called the ancestral Puebloans. They were farmers, astronomers, traders, and master builders. What makes Chaco different from any other ancient site in North America is its scale. At its peak, Chaco wasn't just a village, it was a city, with monumental, great houses rising several stories high, some containing over 600 rooms. For comparison, some of these complexes were as large as modern apartment buildings. And remember, this was over 1,000 years ago, built with stone tools and no wheels, the great houses. Studio microphone. The most famous of these structures is Pueblo Bonito, the largest great house in Chaco Canyon. Shaped like a giant D, it covered more than 3 acres and stood 4 to 5 stories tall. Imagine the effort. Thousands of sandstone blocks carefully stacked, massive wooden beams hauled from forests 70 miles away, all to create a city in the desert. But here's the mystery. Archaeologists estimate only a few thousand people actually lived here full-time. So why build such enormous structures if they weren't meant to house a massive population? Was Chaco more than a city, perhaps a ceremonial center, or something even stranger? Roads to nowhere. Studio microphone. From the air, another mystery appears. Straight roads radiate out from Chaco Canyon, cutting across the desert in precise lines. Some are 30 feet wide, stretching for miles. Unlike normal roads, they don't bend to avoid obstacles. Instead, they cut straight through hills and canyons, as if direction itself was more important than practicality. But here's the puzzle. Many of these roads don't lead anywhere. They simply end in the desert. Were they symbolic? Ceremonial pathways to the gods? Or did they once connect Chaco to other great centers, now lost to time? Alignments with the sky. Studio microphone. Perhaps the most fascinating mystery of Chaco Canyon is its connection to the stars. The great houses are not randomly placed, they are aligned with solar and lunar events. At the site known as Fajada Butte, stone slabs were arranged so that sunlight would pass through at exact moments during the summer and winter solstices, creating a sun dagger effect on a spiral carving. This shows that the builders of Chaco had advanced knowledge of astronomy. But why? Was Chaco a giant observatory? A calendar for agriculture? Or something more spiritual, a cosmic temple aligned with the heavens? The Trade Empire. Studio microphone. Archaeological discoveries reveal that Chaco wasn't isolated. Exotic items have been found: turquoise, seashells from the Pacific, copper bells from Mexico, and even macaw feathers from Central America. This suggests Chaco was part of a vast trade network stretching thousands of miles. But what was being traded in return? And why was Chaco the hub of this exchange? Was it simply economics, or was Chaco a sacred pilgrimage site, where trade and ritual went hand in hand? Rituals and the Kivas. Studio microphone. Scattered throughout Chaco Canyon are kivas, circular underground chambers believed to be ceremonial spaces. Some were small, used by families, while others were massive, great kivas capable of holding hundreds of people. What rituals took place here? Some theories suggest dances, storytelling, or initiations. Others believe they were spiritual portals, places to connect with the underworld or the gods. Whatever their purpose, the kivas add another layer of mystery to Chaco's role in the ancient world. The mystery of wood and water. Studio microphone. To build Chaco, the people needed two things the desert doesn't provide: wood and water. Yet they somehow transported thousands of massive wooden beams from distant mountains, carrying them across miles of barren land. And for water, they engineered complex systems to channel runoff, divert rain, and store it. How did a society with no wheels, no metal tools, and no draft animals accomplish this? It speaks to extraordinary organization and planning, but also raises a deeper question. What drove them to build here, against all odds? The population puzzle. Studio microphone. Despite the massive scale of Chaco's buildings, archaeologists believe very few people actually live there year-round. Some rooms show little sign of daily life: no kitchens, no waste, no constant occupation. This leads to the theory that Chaco wasn't a normal city at all. Instead, it may have been a ceremonial center, where thousands gathered at certain times of the year for rituals, trade, and astronomical observations, then dispersed back to smaller villages. A city of pilgrimage, not permanence. The sudden collapse. Studio microphone. By the late 1100s, Chaco Canyon was abandoned. The great houses fell silent. The roads led to nowhere. The people moved on. But why? Some suggest climate change, droughts that made survival impossible. Others point to social unrest, or even the exhaustion of resources like wood. But many mysteries remain. Was Chaco simply abandoned, or was something darker, ritual, warfare, or even cosmic belief, at play? The spiritual legacy. Studio microphone. For modern Pueblo peoples, Chaco Canyon remains sacred. Oral traditions speak of migrations, ancestors, and spiritual journeys tied to the canyon. For them, Chaco is not just an archaeological site, it is a living place of power. Perhaps the greatest mistake outsiders make is thinking Chaco was lost. For native peoples, it was never lost at all. It was part of an ongoing story, one that still holds meaning today. The theories of the unknown. Studio microphone. Of course, where mystery thrives, theories grow. Some suggest Chaco was a prehistoric observatory, built to track cosmic cycles. Others claim it was the center of a vast political empire, ruling smaller settlements across the southwest. And then there are more fringe ideas, that Chaco's builders had knowledge beyond their time, perhaps influenced by unknown cultures, or something not of this earth. While most scholars reject such ideas, the unanswered questions keep speculation alive. Rediscovery and preservation. Studio microphone. European settlers stumbled upon Chaco Canyon in the 19th century, finding ruins half buried in the desert. Since then, archaeologists have studied, preserved, and debated its meaning. Today, Chaco Canyon is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, protected but still mysterious. Yet, the more we uncover, the more questions arise. Each discovery adds a piece to the puzzle, but the full picture remains elusive. The lasting mystery. Studio microphone. Chaco Canyon challenges our assumptions. How could a society in such a harsh environment build something so grand, so aligned with the cosmos, and so deeply tied to a continent-wide network? Perhaps Chaco was not meant to be permanent. Perhaps it was built for the stars, the spirits, and the ancestors. Or perhaps it holds secrets we have yet to unlock, buried beneath desert sands, waiting for the day we look closer. Chaco Canyon remains one of America's greatest mysteries. A city without a clear purpose, roads without destinations, and monuments aligned to the heavens. Was it a temple, a gathering place, a capital, or something beyond our imagination? What do you think? Could Chaco Canyon have been more than a city, perhaps a cosmic observatory, a spiritual hub, or a lost empire of the desert? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is AR Mystery Hub. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the unknown. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more ancient mysteries that continue to baffle our world. Until next time, remember, the past is never truly gone, it waits, hidden, for us to uncover.